Hello there, and welcome to an ace game decider. From the first day of the Master League's second ever official tournament, you're looking at Luvnest, the reigning champion of not just one tournament, but many tournaments. He was the world champion from last year, the Weltmeister, and he's up against a Swedish heartthrob, Elpern, who's been on some really good runs recently. He's just knocked out Paul as we find him here in round 2 of the tournament. He beat Paul 2-0, and Paul beat him in the previous tournament, which is really starting to show an ascendancy. You can see that this is actually a replay. You can show that there, so you know that this is a good game. And the reason I'm catching this game is because it's just crazy. It's unpredictable. It's got that wow factor. So win or lose for either of these players, I can just promise you this. You're going to be entertained. And I don't often go back and cast a game for YouTube prosperity. And sometimes there's a game that's fiercely competitive, this time between the reigning king and a possible usurper. So win or lose, I can just tell you that crazy things happen in this game. So let's give it a watch, shall we? Luvnest has his rifleman build as the United States Forces, of course. The following commanders at his disposal: Heavy Cav and Mechanized. Now this is of course Commander Terminator, meaning you can only play one commander once in the entire tournament. Sorry, you can only play each commander once in the entire tournament, not just one. That would be very, very stagnant. Now Elpern's chosen Overwatch, he can only play Overwatch for the rest of the tournament. No, indeed, he can't play that one again. So it works. Riflemen are actually holding firm, allowing a flank here. So Luvnest could have joined up to make it a very stagnant affair, but instead he went for a flank to deny the directional cover. Elpern sees this and decides to push in up close, so that's a good reactions from both players, I suppose. But Elpern came out on top. Rear echelons are going for volley fire, but the Sturm Pioneers were able to get up close and personal. The rate of fire is decreased, and they do get pinned, so well won by the rear echelons. Meanwhile, the flanking rifleman is caught off guard by the Volksgrenadiers. And we have the truck on its way with a 3 Volksgrenadier build. The 3rd rifleman is now behind the well, drawing upon its well of resources, aka M1 Garand bullets. Welcome to the Death Factory. That is, it's a nice arrival, isn't it? Welcome to the Death Factory. Here's your starter pack. Yes, it is a body bag.
This is what we're trained for.
This is what we're trained for. That was a line we used for GCS2. If you go on gcs2.org and you press refresh a few times, don't worry, there's no advertising. I'm not trying to get like a millionth of a cent a refresh off you. Here we go, Jaeger's on the field. That is one of the lines that appears in the quote generator in the top right of the screen. This is what we train for. And indeed, that is a mantra I live and stand by, because the Master League is trying to promote the idea that training for this computer game is a worthwhile endeavour. You have money, pride, prestige, and a lasting legacy to achieve. And it is worth training for. Jaeger Light Infantry have gone to the northern side to stop Luvnest's cap on the fuel. Meanwhile, he's got, of course, the Sturm Pioneers making... what are they doing here? Making a citadel of barbed wire, so those tent traps can't be reused ever again. Volksgrenadiers are coming for this cut-off. And low health riflemen force away one of the squads, but he himself is now marooned. He could get focus fired. However, Elpern doesn't want to complete the cap on account of that low health squad. Sturm Pioneers have completed what looks like a transistor, like an old-style transistor or something. We've got lieutenants assigned to field ops. Low health Volksgrenadier forced away, and the grenade! Incendiary grenade from this guy. I thought that was for a second a Luvnest grenade. Have we seen an early squad wipe from Luvnest against Elpern? Yes, we have. Let the craziness begin as Luvnest takes an early lead. He himself now is getting forced away, and the Sturm Pioneers could make him pay. Negative cover, he's gotten over it. Those Sturmgewehrs are going to start to take a toll though. But no counter squad wipe. Now this is not a cut-off by Luvnest because this victory point is captured. Just an FYI. And let's check the KD at this point. Elpern has a narrow lead.
The enemy has cut our supply chain.
Stern Pioneers in jeopardy, forced away, as are the riflemen. As described, no cutoff was ever maintained. And we have the rear echelons just pondering in, looking for any signs of shoe mines.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished for the Foch Grenadiers as they amass.
Command level capabilities ready for
And
deployment.
an easy pick against the rear echelons, forcing them away instantly. Back in the north, Jaegers lose a valuable squad member and reposition behind this sandbag wall. Riflemen are coming in tow. Let's see how close Luvnest is. He has indeed got an unlocked mechanised platoon command post, giving him access to the Stuart, so he's getting close to 70. There it is. Surely Stuart's on its way. There he goes. Like clockwork here. Luvnest looks to roll Elpern. Already killing one Foch Grenadier, pegging Elpern back, forcing him to rebuild this one right here on your screen. Lieutenant leads the charge for the rifleman. Very low health, look at that. Very low health indeed. North side, Foch Grenadiers and Jaegers are in position. Rifleman very low there as well. So look at with a lot of low health squads. Jaegers, however, they're biting the dust. King Stuart's almost built with his battle armour ready for war. Stern Pioneer being thwarted by the stalwart rear echelon squad. Doing rear echelon duty there, protecting the riflemen on their retreat path. Here comes the Stuart. As the Panzer II Lukes is in the build. Interesting indeed from Elpern to go for the Lukes over a Puma, knowing that Luvnest is slightly ahead in terms of manpower. Throwing off his timing, perhaps. I'm not so. No, the timing's fine because he seems to have good preservation on his individual squad models because he has been able to get the Lukes out in a decent window. But what is he doing here? This is painful. Elpern, come on, son. You can't afford losses like this. Stuart's going to go in for the kill. Of course he is. No negative cover on that road. Jaegers threatening nothing. They have no anti-tank capabilities, and Luvnest knows it. He rolls past them, looking for the completion of the squad wipe and possibly early access to the quarter-final to face Helping Hands, who's waiting there for him. Faust in on the Stuart as the Puma is nearing completion. Very lucky for Elpern, of course, that Foch Grenadier survived there. But, of course, Luvnest has already got a squad wipe to his name. Check out the capping elsewhere. It looks like Elpern was able to dominate the fuel fronts with double fuels in all that time. So, very good micro from the man here. He's been able to dominate the control on the battlefield. And he now has a... he cancelled the Lukes and built the Puma. Of course he did. I neglected to mention that Lukes became a Puma. I just casually started referring to it as thus. Jaegers behind the transistor. Rear echelons don't stand a chance. Meanwhile, Puma does have decent anti-infantry capabilities. Not when it's missing, but it's the coaxial machine gun that tends to get the kills. There you go. Talking of which, Stuart's repaired and ready. This sandbag's very low and indeed no longer exists. Marauding into the centre. There is an anti-tank rifle nade threatening, and of course it detonates. Now, damaging the engine yet again. Cut off attempt from Luvnest. Stern Pioneers lose a Pioneer on the approach and are forced away. Back in the centre. Oh dear, Jaegers are eating rounds. That's the KD is still slightly ahead for Elpern thanks to his excellent peripheral engagements, but Luvnest is holding firm in the centre. Lieutenant's in dire straits right now. But G43s and Sturmgewehrs, could he get the block in? Looks like he was able to on one of the models at least. However, no slowage on the squad. Let's check back in base. He has got med packs waiting. Stern Pioneers working overtime. And G34 needs to reposition. Elpern looking for a little bit of crowd control. Looks like we've had a rifleman go down for Luvnest. Apologies for missing that on camera. Good on Elpern to be able to control the peripheral engagements and certainly reap the dividend of said control. Rear echelons, of course, firing through the window. The MG-30 was going to reposition against this 50 cal that was firing on it before. It's managed to suppress both opponents. Stewart comes into view, though. That's going to turn the tide of battle. But Puma's got a rebuilt engine. And he's refit and ready for combat. Rear armor penetrated there, but vision block in. No rifleman to come. And here come the boys. Rear echelon could be the target here. Could the Puma finish him off, perhaps? No. Hits that particular brick wall instead. Puma's going in now, feeling leery. Very aggressive from him. The Stewart is completely unmanned and an easy target taken out. Now the ambulance could be on the menu for this very, very hungry Puma. Where are both riflemen capping elsewhere? They weren't able to offer a rifle nade. Now the Puma could be the target. However, the rifleman's been spotted. Here it comes, though. And there you go. Does it get the kill? No, it doesn't. There's a single bit of health remaining. He pops smoke. Now the rifleman's been targeted. This could be terrible bad luck for Luvnest. He just needs a bit of small arms fire, but can't fire through the smoke. Oh dear, oh dear. And quick thinking from Elpern. He repairs in the heat of battle through the smoke, just giving himself enough health to survive the onslaughts of the lieutenants. And now the lieutenants turn to die as the bazooka rounds flail away and miss. Oh dear, oh dear. That smoke screen from the Puma was godly. However, the rifleman's coming in. He needs to get up close and personal. Looks like he's going to be able to do so. Rifle nade. You're going to be able to see it detonate right now. Puma down. 50 cal following up. But what a pivotal engagement, I really feel. It seems like Luvnest has come out in control in terms of the map, but Elpern's had a fuel for a good amount of time there. He managed to kill the lieutenant. He's got the rifle squad that died. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the graphs, actually. I've got a lot of intrigue as to who's come out on top there. It looks like Elpern's no, they're roughly equal due to the OKW starting bugged advantage. It doesn't actually exist. It is, of course, the flak emplacement, so it's all to play for still. MG34 eats suppression as the Folks Grenadiers flank, and now we have the Panther 2 Lukes. But Luvnest has a good amount of fuel himself. He could simply rebuild the Stewart if he wanted to. But that said, he has a captain, so he can now think of the M1 AT gun and maybe wait, stalling for Major. It's up to him. But wait, what on earth? Elpern has not gone for one Lukes, he's gone for two of the buggers. This is what I like to call doubling down on your strategy, and I'm a real big fan of this. You often see players go for stuff like a Sherman 76mm, and they only build two of them on a wide open map, and you think, where's your snowball? Where's your potential? We do see a damaged engine though. Is he absolutely throwing this? Well, no, we have no hard AT for Luvnest right now. We do still have this rear echelon squad with the bazookas, but he's way off kilter. Good wipe there on the 50 cal, removing any potential for veterancy. But yeah, doubling down on your strategy is a powerful tactic in Company of Heroes. You know, if you're getting an anti-infantry capable vehicle, get more than one of them sometimes. Catch your opponents on the, you know, standing still and give him real concern. It's like one T-34 76mm. You would never build it. You'd build three if you can. You keep the first one alive at all costs. You start to be a little bit more aggressive with the second. And by the time you've got three, you're dominating. That's exactly what Elpern's doing. He's got enough fuel to really give Luvnest a proper issue. Stewart, however, could finish... No, the first one's been repaired already, thanks to the loving blowtorches of the Stern Pioneers. But yeah, crazy game so far. And Elpern's dominating the map control. This would, just if he were to get this upset, it would be one of the biggest upsets in co-tournament history, quite frankly. Stewart comes in. The Luke's forced away. Faust threatens and keeps the Lukes alive. Do we have any riflemen flanking? No, we don't. And the other Lukes has gone into base. He's wiped a rifle in the meantime. The rear echelons are coming in for the kill. Now it's the captain's possible turn to die. Sturmgewehrs are forced away, however. The Volksgrenadiers can't land a killing blow. Both Lukes are in jeopardy as the world's slowest Stewart hunts them down like the Terminator, the eponymous tank. Both Lukes look likely to escape, however. Can he find anything? But no, this hero, MG34, suppresses all 3 squads, slowing their advance. And both Lukes survive for now. And a Puma is coming. Luvnest manpower has taken a real battering. Just look at the casualties in base. So many writhing bodies. Or there would have been had they stuck around. There's just one. But my casting still sounded cool, so I'm going to say so many. It's fine. Don't worry. Do we have... No, we don't. He's using just the stern pioneers to repair all of these squads. But the Puma's out now. Rear echelons come to protect it. Can the Luvnest stabilise? Can he have a spirited resistance and show you just why? Not only is he #1 seed, he's the reigning king of Company of Heroes. He has a runaway Master League score on the rankings. Oh, big bazooka rounds. Puma, with superior mobility, skips away, to use boxing terminology.
Ready for orders.
Ambulance rebuilt. Oh dear. Elpern again going for that incisive attack straight through the centre to this point here. He does not mess around. This allows Luvnest to start capping the western points. But because he's doing that, this vehicle crew is going to die. Could be the 4th squad wipe in the game. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, a vehicle crew, that's not to be sniffed at, because Luvnest needs capping capabilities. We all saw how he won that historic best of 10 series against Kimbo. It was just with superior map control, capping and resiliency, and he needs these capping squads, and he's not got many of them now. He's got this captain, the Captain Captain. He's got the Vet 3 rifleman, now the last remaining one on the battlefield. And Elpern has a mobile light panzer reconnaissance evisceration squad. He can just rove around the battlefield eating Luvnest alive. Luvnest possibly needs to get the M1. Oh, he's got this MG, which means he can stabilise, but he's going to need an AT gun. He's going to need the rear echelons working overtime with those bazookas. And he's going to just have to rebuild slowly and just hope for the best, to be honest, before he can really begin to exert pressure once more. And you can see he's microing frantically. He's not even thinking of tapping out. Just like John Cena in a bad guy wrestler's submission move, there's absolutely no chance that Luvnest is going to tap out whatsoever. And no suspension of disbelief for the fans. As what a bazooka round! I was not expecting that! Through the smoke gets him! That was an assassination, quite frankly. What the hell? I was waxing lyrical, and Luvnest gets in a crazy attack ground through. That was unexpected. I thought the Puma was absolutely fine. We saw easy defense by the Puma, constantly reversing away. And the Lukes, like a beehive, that's just lost one of its workers. They're very angry indeed. Let's watch the action replay there. We was not expecting that. You can tell by my camera work, I wasn't even really looking at it. But look at that. Bazooka from nowhere, straight through the smoke, gets him. What the hell? I was not expecting that whatsoever. And GG, well played to Elpern for saying well done to Luvnest. Nice save, Matt. No, seriously, nice one. It's a good thing to say in the heat of combat there, because you can get salty at your players, your opponent's perceived look to fire through the smoke as an attack round Hail Mary shot. And you know, Elpern was straight away with the N1. Nice one, my friend. So good to hear. Looks like he was planting a mine, did complete it there, but not before he was spotted. As we now have double Stuarts as the answer from Luvnest. He's built a fresh one, and he's going deep into Elpern territory. We do have a Faust on the ready, but the Lukes have really survived quite well there. So double Stuart versus double Lukes, and a Rakettenwerfer that's been freshly built, so well strategized by both players. Oh, damaged engine in on one of the two. That's the fresh Stuart, and the Lukes is coming in with a lucky rear armor shot. However, nice work from the rear echelons there, protecting the stricken light tank and defending him. Another vehicle down for Elpern in as many minutes. As Elpern again goes aggressive. This rear echelon squad is very, very valuable And he nearly went in for the kill there, but he recoils away from trying to get it. What a game this is. Frantic. Chaos. It's what we like to see. Tell you what, this is an MVP unit. Absolute MVP unit. It's now a 5-man squad, don't forget. Rangers are on the field. Heavily disrupted and forced back. What's up, lady? Why are you barking at, baby? Good work protecting us, lady. You're doing a good job down there. Keep it up. Get under the desk if you're going to chill up here. Lux finds the captain. Captain doesn't want any of that kind of activity because don't forget, Luvnest is now down to 179 victory points. Elpern's done a great job there. King Stuart only has 4 kills, but a lot of damage, seemingly. The rear echelons, the 5-man tank hunters back in position and lying in ambush. Look at that. He's just daring the last remaining light tank of Elpern to come into view. Puma's not been salvaged quite yet. It's just too much for Elpern to do, and the Stern Pioneers are constantly overtasked and under-resourced. Big Rakettenwerfer shot from off-screen. One of the Stuarts is forced away as incendiary rounds are chosen for the MG34. Stuart accidentally attacks that civilian vehicle, and it disappears. That one, Lux, rolls into the middle as another Rakettenwerfer is built as the AT gun rolls onto the field for Luvnest. So, yeah, they're both keeping parity, could be said. On the east side, we've got the Jaegers capping with their 17 kills. Very eager to see if we can. Just go to half speed whenever I look at this, by the way. But look at that KD for Elpern. That's a lot. And army value-wise, we've got actually parity at the moment. But on points LG, you can see that Elpern's had good control for most of the battle. And that's shown on his fuel count. And he does have Panzer authorization with a very defensive Schwer. Damaged engine on the Lux. Will the Stuart go in for the kill? Don't forget, though, we've got 2 Rakettenwerfers, and look at them like sharks. Getting a big rear armor shot from afar. Stuart's still rolling in. He thinks there's only 1, and there was 2 all along. Could have been a mine detonated there as well. The original Stuart's still alive, however. Could eat a Panzerfaust now. Surely will. Meanwhile, in the north, the Jaegers were lying in wait. There's that Faust as the Rakettenwerfers come to werf some Rakettens in your general direction. Don't forget as well, there's that shoe mine that could be perilous. He's set up in real good position in here. Do we have a Faust? No, he's still on recharge, but don't forget the 2 Rakettenwerfers. Luvnest cannot escape. There you go. Stuart down. Elpern is in the ascendancy as Luvnest's army is ripped apart at the very heart. It was the Stuarts keeping him in this, and he's lost the light tank battle, it would seem, because the Lux is still there and it's now fully repaired and ready to go. 23 minutes into this fantastic Game 3. The reigning champion looks on the brink of disaster. Elpern does not roll forward. A little bit wary of the occasional penetrations. 50 cal can certainly due to the rear armour of the Panzer II. Constantly repairing it are the Stern Pioneers, though. Meanwhile, good capping in the north. Rangers with the Browning automatics. He's just gone for 1 really good squad rather than lots of riflemen, it would seem. Rangers are expensive. It'll take a long time to reinforce, at least. He exposes his lack of stats knowledge yet again. Lux rolls in as the Stern Pioneers are pinned. 50 cal is under heavy duress as the Rakettenwerfers march in, looking possibly for an ambulance kill. Let's see what he can see. Yep, gets it. Oh dear, GG Luvnest says. That was enough for him. That was enough for him. Let's just watch that again. That was a good one. Ambulance dies. GG. Second ambulance. And that was fantastic. So let's have a little look at the stats, shall we? And I cast this game, as you can tell, probably in my voice. If you're watching this on YouTube, I did know the result, of course. It was a replay from yesterday. But it was worth catching for prosperity. We hosted Ricky Raff yesterday. He did a great job casting, but he was getting follow alert inundated, and he suddenly went from like 50 viewers to 500 or something like that. It was good, but I just wanted to catch it for you YouTube guys, just so you can see it as well. So GG to Ricky from yesterday. And YouTube viewers, you get to see now why it's Elpern in the Helping Hands quarterfinal that you're going to watch the best of 5 of today.